Is Steve Bannon, just appointed as Donald Trump's White House special counsel, is he some sort of racist or anti-Semite or Nazi or something? The Anti-Defamation League says Bannon is an unabashed anti-Semite. Vice says he's a white supremacist. Here's my favorite from a writer at the New York Times who says, "Remember George Ross from Early Apprentice? Seems like a solid guy. Senior White House advisor? Or no, because he's a Jew?" The implication being Steve Bannon would keep him out. The mainstream media has all agreed Steve Bannon must go. And if that doesn't convince you, well, here's Glenn Beck with a condemnation so moving that a left-wing lobby group clipped the video and circulated it on the internet.
Steve Bannon wants to burn it down. And you will, if you listen to this show, you will learn what he wants to replace it with. He's a nightmare. And he's the chief advisor to the President of the United States now. You know, if people really want to, in the press, would like to call Donald Trump a racist, you might want to stop on that one and just spend a little time on Bannon, because Bannon has a clear tie to white nationalists.
So who is this Steve Bannon, and what is this anti-Semitic racist website that he ran? Well, that's the thing. The website's called Breitbart.com, which sounds pretty Jewy. Maybe that's why most of these attacks don't mention the website by name in the headline. It would be like saying a website called Goldberg.com is anti-Semitic. People might not believe you, and they shouldn't, because Breitbart was a Jew and not one of those self-hating Jews on the left. Andrew Breitbart started the website named after himself, and he started it with another Jew named Larry Solov, and they actually came up with the idea of the website while in Israel. Here's a picture of them with some random Israeli there. Oh, sorry, that's Benjamin Netanyahu, who's now the Israeli prime minister. Anyways, totally racist, anti-Semitic, right? Now, I know this for a fact because I've been to their head office in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is known for its anti-Semitism. Joel Pollack gave me the tour of their office. He wears a Jewish yarmulke on his head, but I don't know, he's obviously an anti-Semite who's deep undercover or something. Ben Shapiro used to work for Bannon at Breitbart too. For years, actually, another Jewish anti-Semite racist white nationalist who's an Orthodox Jew, I guess. Adele Nazarian works there. She's not just Jewish, she's Persian, and she's a woman too. So the man who hired her, the racist, sexist, anti-Semite Steve Bannon, he must have triple hated her. Look, I'm not going to name every Jew who works for Breitbart.com. Let's just say the office is pretty empty on the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur. So what's this all about then? I mean, why would the Anti-Defamation League lie about Bannon? Well, because they're not the old Anti-Defamation League that called out real anti-Semites. They're sort of the Defamation League now. They name-call people they just don't like. Their new CEO, Jonathan Greenblatt, he worked for Barack Obama as Obama's assistant. You can take the boy out of the Democratic campaign, but you can't take the Democratic campaign out of the boy, I guess. He's still smearing Republicans he hates, but now he's doing it in the name of all Jews. That's pretty gross, because when the Anti-Defamation League and the mainstream media compared Donald Trump to actual anti-Semites, or even to Nazis, they're trivializing real anti-Semitism. I mean, if they're saying that Trump is no better than Hitler, that means Hitler was no worse than Trump, which means Hitler wasn't that bad a guy. See, that's one of the problems with the Clinton campaign and its media repeaters. They called conservative names for so long: racist, sexist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, Islamophobic. Now they're even inventing new ones like transphobic. These names no longer mean anything. When the liberal media calls someone a racist now, well, 60 million Americans who voted for Trump, they don't even hear it anymore, because it's just shorthand for, I don't like Republicans, so I'll hijack words for partisan purposes. So in that way, calling Bannon names is actually proof that he must be a good guy, an effective guy, if the liberal media hate him so much. But it's too bad that the left has destroyed the real meaning of words. Because, you know, every now and then we do need words like racist and bigot and anti-Semite to describe real threats, like, say, Hillary Clinton's friends in the Middle East. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant. We talk a lot about liberal media bias. Subscribe by clicking below to make sure you never miss a video.